Hello everybody, Maven here, and we have to talk about the new meta, aka the Stay Frosty Dawning Pulse Rifle. It's not meta yet technically, but it will be soon. More on that in a bit. So the Stay Frosty is a 450 RPM lightweight frame pulse rifle, which is the least used pulse rifle archetype in PvP at the moment. But it's soon to be the most used archetype of pulse rifle once Act 3 of episode Revenant comes out due to some sandbox changes. And I know that might sound ridiculous because you probably think 450 RPM pulse rifles suck, but I guarantee you I won't be the only YouTuber to talk about this. You'll hear a lot of YouTubers talk about this exact thing in the near future, so let's break down what the heck it is, and also some Stay Frosty God Rolls. So let's get to it. Hope you enjoy. This video is sponsored by Advanced GG, the only clinically proven gaming supplement shown to improve your gaming performance. Use code Maven at checkout for 10% off your order. Link down below. Thank you. So in the recent TWID, we got some notes about sandbox changes coming in Act 3 starting January 7th. There's a lot of juicy details, so I'll link the article down below if you want to read up on all the sandbox changes, but today we're focusing on two changes in particular. The first one is the huge nerf to 340 RPM pulse rifles such as the LC's rifle, No Time to Explain, and the Messenger. As you know, these pulses are very meta in high-end PvP because the 2 taps are so forgiving, but they're reducing the body shot and crit damage as well as the ADS damage fall off scalar, which is just a fancy way of saying range. Now it's going to require all 6 crits to achieve your optimal TTK against any resilience level, and their range will be the lowest range of any pulse archetype. Now I do believe max range rolls will still be above average crucible weapons, but they won't be anywhere near as powerful as they used to be. So which pulse archetype will be the new king? Well, 390s are a good contender, or the bygones to be specific, and it technically already is the king at the moment. It's like the most used weapon in Crucible. High ground might have received a nerf, but it still allows a 2-tap even with 1 stack at a 0.6 TTK flat, which is ridiculously good. But if you don't have high ground active, you still have a 0.93 TTK, which is still not the worst. The main thing is that the 3 burst kill is very forgiving on these and they're super easy to use. Now when it comes to the 450 RPM lightweight frames, they're getting a massive buff. The body shot damage is up from 17 to 20.4, which is huge, and the crit damage is up from 31.45 to 31.6, which is small, but does give a noticeable amount of forgiveness. As you can see here, it currently takes 7 crits and 1 body to achieve its optimal TTK of 0.87, but after the buffs, it's going to take 6 crits and 2 body shots at tier 10 resilience as well. So it is a bit more forgiving, but the real winner here is the massive buff to the body shot damage. Currently, it takes 14 body shots at a 1.67 against tier 10 resilience, but after the buff, it's going to take 12 body shots at a 1.33 against tier 10 resilience, and that allows you a lot of leeway to miss a ton of crits. This is super nice. Having this buffed body shot damage and more forgiving optimal is what these lightweights needed to be put on the radar, so expect to see everyone running around with Stay Frosty, Nightshade, Outbreak Perfected, and the BXR Battler starting January 7th. It's gonna happen. These things will be by far the easiest pulses to use when it only takes 6 crits and 2 bodies to kill. That's only 8 shots total, but 3 bursts equates to 9 shots. So you're literally allowed to miss a shot and miss 2 crits and still pick up an optimal TTK, which is just basically free. You'll get the optimal more often than not. And 0.87 TTK is actually very solid for a weapon type that can kill at 37 meters. That's the same TTK as the Rose and adaptive hand cannons, which I'm sure you get destroyed by in Crucible every single time you play it. And for reference, 120 RPM hand cannons kill at 1 second flat, and those are currently the reigning king in Crucible right now. So these are 0.13 faster. Now let's finally talk about some Stay Frosty God Roll. First off, I do believe the Stay Frosty is the best in slot. You'll see people using either this or the BXR Battler if it's for the energy slot. So in the first column, it gets Rhyme Stealer, Lone Wolf, Encore, Moving Target, Killing Wind, Enlightened Action, and Tunnel Vision. In the right column, it gets Adrenaline Junkie, Desperado, Desperate Measures, Head Seeker, Headstone, Kill Clip, and Frenzy. Now the roll I showed earlier on D2 Foundry is my exact God roll I'd recommend, which is Lone Wolf and Kill Clip. Headseeker is not my favorite. I know some people live and die by Headseeker, but it's personally not for me. Trust me, Kill Clip is the way to go. It brings down your TTK to an unbeatable 0.53, only requiring 5 headshots and 1 body shot. Easiest 2-tap of your life. Once you have that Kill Clip procced in trials, people will have to run and hide until it runs out because there's no way they can beat that if they challenged it. Shayura's Wrath is the same way. When someone gets a kill, you kind of just got to run away for a while. You know how it is. Now in the left column, there's 2 options in my opinion. Lone Wolf or Killing Wind. And I'm honestly kind of torn between the two, but since Lone Wolf helps your neutral game, I think that gives it the edge. Lone Wolf increases aim assist and airborne effectiveness passively by 10 and increases your ADS speed, but if you're 15 meters away from allies, those bonuses are doubled. And since you're playing PvP, you probably have a targeting mod, which grants another 5 aim assist, so that brings your Stay Frosty up to 95 aim assist, making it extremely easy to land shots with. So that's why I'd recommend Lone Wolf, but the benefit of Killing Wind is that it massively increases your range fall off, giving you nearly 6 more meters of range, and since Kill Clip will proc along with that, combine these two things together and you can challenge people from across the map at like scout distance. The synergy is pretty good, gives you like 42 meters of range. But still, I'm gonna say Lone Wolf is still the way to go for the neutral game consistency and the overall feel of the weapon. Now when it comes to the rest of the lightweights, like I said, the Nightshade, Outbreak, BXR, and the Chattering Bone are all very good, but I feel what pushes the Stay Frosty ahead of the competition is the Omolon Fluid Dynamics Origin trait. For the top half of your magazine, it grants plus 20 stability, and that's a ton for a semi-auto weapon type. 20 stability makes little to no difference for full auto weapons, but on semi-auto weapons, you can really feel 20 stability a lot. It makes a huge difference. With other pulses, I have to sacrifice some range in order to invest stability for the feel, but for the Stay Frosty, that's not a problem. So that's why I feel it's one of, if not the best of its kind. So definitely grind it while it's here. Now I have been maining the Kvastov with Zealot's Reward ever since Kvastov came out. I got 3,000 kills on Kvastov and 4,000 on Zealots. It's been my main loadout for a while, but I'm going to tell you right now that there's a very high probability that the Stay Frosty replaces my Kvastov once the buffs come out. I'll give it about a 50% probability. As an aggressive player, or an ape for short, I love snappy fast weapons with forgiving body shot TTKs because I like to slide and teabag shoot. And these lightweight frames are the snappiest pulse archetypes there is, and that massive body shot damage buff is going to help my aggressive playstyle a lot so I can spray and pray. I'm able to pretty much use it the way I would use an auto rifle. So get ready to see lightweight pulses all over the Crucible next month. I'm fairly certain it's going to happen. And good luck on the grind to get this thing. I'm going to tell you right now, it's not hard at all to get a perfect God roll. It'll only take you like 3 hours starting right now to get the perfect roll. In fact, I just put out a guide video a couple days ago on how to farm the dawning weapons as fast as possible, and I'll link that in the top right corner and down below in the pinned comment if you'd like to check it out. And that's going to do it for this one. Let me know what you think about the Stay Frosty in the comments down below, and if I might have missed your God roll. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to hit the like button. And if you're new here, consider subscribing. Would love to have you here for more content on the way. And remember to check out our sponsor, Advanced GG, in the link down below. Code Maven at checkout for 10% off your order. And with that, I will catch you in the next video. See you later.